Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Q&A with Mamas Uncut, where we talk about motherhood, parenting, relationships, and all the things that you need to know, and we'll give you some advice. And don't worry, all of your questions that you send in always remain anonymous. Back again is Lisa and Mindy. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
You guys ready to give some more advice?
Yep.
All right, let's go. When I first started dating my husband, I noticed that his sister-in-law would try flirting with him. Somehow she had his number and would try to text him. My husband ultimately changed his number. He assured me that he ignores her and just walks away. She stopped doing that and a few years passed by. And then she started up again, this time right in front of me. She always tries to pass by him and ask him unnecessary questions just to get his attention. But she doesn't. She's done this so much that I can tell that her husband, my husband's brother, notices it. I have no idea if he's ever said anything to his wife. So I'm asking for advice on how I should handle this situation. I mean, the girl has no self-respect. Them be fighting words.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just in this scenario. She just sounds like she's one of those people that loves the attention of it, maybe. I don't know. But the husband doesn't sound like he's even into it and he's ignoring her basically. So I don't know. I don't know if I'd do anything. I think I probably would just let it lie because I'm sure, yeah, the brother knows. I bet this is not the only situation where she's done this and probably does it right in front of his face. So I wouldn't talk to the brother-in-law. I don't think talking to her would help. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd probably leave it, but that's me.
I think it's
Good.
one of the situations where you have to ask yourself a question first. Do I want to have awkward family gatherings? If you're not worried about that, then I would say something to her, be like, look, I don't understand why you act this way around my husband, but it needs to stop. If it's something that you want to preserve the family dynamic, then yeah, I think it's something like, as long as your husband isn't, encouraging this sort of behavior, then I think you're kind of fine just letting it go if you want.
So I think I look at it from a slightly different perspective, which is this is between this sister-in-law and the brother, because I agree with you, Mindy. If it's happening, if she's being overt with the brother, imagine what she's doing to like the neighbors and the friends and whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the brother is the line you don't cross because that just goes really bad.
Weird.
What?
It's weird that that's the one that,
Well, so my guess is it's not, right?
yeah.
And there is something that needs to be addressed in the sister-in-law's relationship with the brother, and only he can deal with it. Because if he's watching this stuff and has any, and if he's paying attention at all, he's seeing this going on. And if he's got any self-respect, he's like, what are you doing? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really is between the two of them. And it is up to the brother to address it within his own relationship, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And I think I thought of something while you were saying that, Lisa. Maybe the way to go about this is if the lady's husband, who's being flirted with, has a decent relationship with his brother and could say, hey, she's making me feel uncomfortable. Could you maybe just like talk to her about that, or like figure out what's going on with it? I think that maybe that's a way I would have, that's the only probably way I'd approach it. I wouldn't approach as the sister-in-law or the wife of the brother. I think the brother's the only one that can approach the situation, either with the woman herself and just saying, stop acting like this, or with the brother.
Yeah, or with the brother.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe she's putting too much faith in the brother, because I've known some I've known some guys who don't really pay attention all that much. Yeah. So even though this is happening right in front of his eyes, he could be totally dense.
Oblivious.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So, I mean, kind of going back to what Mindy was saying, and you, Lisa, that, if you don't want to have a conversation with her, Because, I mean, if she's bold enough to flirt with your husband in front of you, then she's probably not going to listen to really anything that you say, to be
Yeah.
honest.
She's gonna get all defensive, and
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
yeah.
I would never. I can't believe you would say. I could just imagine.
totally.
Yeah.
I could totally imagine that.
We all know that type.
It's probably better to come from her husband and being like, look, I've started noticing this lately and you need to cut it off.
Yeah.
All right, guys, don't forget to send in your anonymous questions. Thanks.